There is a truth that many refuse to face, a truth that is both terrifying and liberating. The hardest battles, the ones that shape who we are fought in solitude, not in the company of cheering crowds, not under the glow of admiration, but in the deep, unyielding silence of the night. It is there, in the shadows, that I waged my war with no applause, no validation, no helping hands. And in that silence, I found something greater than victory. I found myself. I was not always alone. Once I walked among the dreamers, the hopeful, the ones who believed that the world would bend for them if they wished hard enough. But life does not yield to wishes. It demands sacrifice. It tests. It breaks. It strips you of comfort until you are left with nothing but your raw will. That is when the real fight begins. There was a time when I thought I would not make it. My failures outnumbered my triumphs, and the weight of doubt pressed down on my chest like an iron hand. I looked around for support, for encouragement, for someone to tell me that I was not alone. But there was no one, only the relentless ticking of time, only the cold indifference of a world that moved forward, uncaring of whether I rose or fell. And so I chose to rise, not because I had help, but because I had no other choice. Surrendering would mean accepting a fate that was not mine to claim. So I fought. While others slept, I worked. While others whispered their dreams to the night, I carved mine into reality with bleeding hands and sleepless eyes. The darkness did not comfort me with promises of an easier road. No, it stood before me like a vast, unending void and demanded to know, who are you when no one is watching? I was the answer. I was the force that would not yield. The world gave me nothing, yet I became something beyond its comprehension, warrior forged in the fire of solitude. A soul tempered by the weight of my own resilience. The nights were long, the battles endless. There were moments of despair, when the silence felt suffocating, when my own thoughts threatened to consume me. But in those moments, I remembered. It is only in the deepest dark that the stars reveal themselves. And so I pressed forward, guided not by the light of the world, but by the fire within me. Every failure was a lesson, every moment of pain, a test. I learned to rely not on the voices of others, but on the unshakable resolve within my own mind. The world told me I was not enough, that I needed their approval, their acceptance, their validation. But I refused to believe their lies. I stood at the edge of my own abyss and leaped, not because I knew I would land safely, but because I refused to stand still. I built my own wings on the way down, refusing to be defined by fear. And when I emerged from that fall, I was not the same. I was unbreakable. The journey was never meant to be easy. Greatness does not come to those who wait, who hope, who wish upon the stars. It comes to those who chase, who fight, who refuse to be defeated. To those who walk alone, with nothing but their belief in themselves as their guiding light. I tell you this not to seek your admiration, not to hear words of sympathy, but to ignite a fire within you. to shatter the illusion that you need permission, support, or validation to become something extraordinary. You do not. The path of greatness is not walked in the daylight, hand in hand with comfort. It is forged in the silence, in the unseen hours, in the unwavering belief that you alone are enough. One day, the world will ask how I endured. They will search for the secret, for the hidden key that unlocked the door to my success, and I will look them in the eye and say, I did it alone. And when you stand at the edge of your own abyss, when the night calls your name and the battle seems unwinnable, remember this: the darkness is not your enemy. It is your crucible. It will shape you, test you, and push you beyond every limit you thought existed. If you dare to walk through it, not just with fear, but with purpose, you will emerge not just as a survivor, but as something more. You will not just say, I made it through the night. You will say, in the darkness, I was reborn. You will say, I did it alone. And in that truth, you will find a power beyond anything you have ever known. So let the world doubt you. Let them question your path. Let them call you reckless, foolish, unrealistic, and then prove them wrong. Show them what a soul forged in solitude is capable of. Show them that the strongest warriors are not made in comfort, but in battle. Show them that you do not need their acceptance. You never did. Step into the fire. Walk through the storm. Face the night with your head held high, knowing that on the other side, you will not just survive. You will conquer, because you did it alone, and that is your greatest strength.